WTB, the What You Talking About podcast, and I'm your host, and I'm here with two of the cough drops. I'm here with super duper producer Jalen Hall and also Gary Hall, and today we're going to dive right in to Keke Palmer and the situation that's been going on. So, Jay, did you want to lead off with that one? Explain a little bit what's going on.
So, if anybody isn't familiar with Keke Palmer and her boyfriend, I believe his name is Darius.
I think so. Yeah. I believe so.
It wasn't Usher. Yeah,
it wasn't Usher, but a while
Usher
back,
ain't took that thing yet. No.
There was a little situation with Keke Palmer where she was with Usher in one of his venues or concerts or something like that, and Keke looked a little scantily clad.
She was looking good,
right?
She looked great.
To me. She looked beautiful.
Yeah, she was dressed apart.
Her man took a little bit of offense to the way that she was dressed and how she was acting when Usher was around. Mm-hmm. So that became a whole little debacle on the internet, right?
Yeah,
that happened.
Right. Now we fast forward just last week, I believe. It has been reported that her boyfriend has been arrested for domestic assault on Keke Palmer. And Keke Palmer has placed a temporary restraining order and has taken custody of their child. Right.
Look another black man's kid. I'm messing. No.
So she was a little hurt.
Well, I mean,
my fault. He was a little hurt.
I'm about to say, you got that bad.
Yeah. He was a little hurt.
She was actually physically hurt.
Hey, he ain't let this go yet.
No, apparently he was still hanging on to this thing, which is, I guess we, I don't know. Once again, I feel like in his situation, maybe he should just deal with it. Like, he knows he's second fiddle in this relationship. Like, he's not going to get to be top dog.
I mean, when you being you're a man in a relationship, you in this relationship, you got to feel like you got something to say or something. You ain't just sitting around like Stedman Graham,
But I mean, she came back home. She didn't actually cheat on him.
You know what I'm saying? It like I say, maybe I kind of say a overreaction a little bit. He probably shouldn't have publicized his business. And plus, if he just like, we gonna talk about it and deal with it. Probably came off a lot better in his favor. But and like you say, knowing the situation, how we can see it.
Yeah.
He need to F up and just roll with it, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent and just let it go or whatever. But I just think to a certain degree, like I said, people manhood get kind of hurt sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you seeing your woman, it's Usher.
Yeah.
And then like now, and that's what I'm saying. I kind of like, it's Usher. It wasn't Pookie.
Yeah.
It's like some breaking tape and Pookie all up on your woman, all. Yeah. And I ain't like, hey, y'all, I'm finna come go get Usher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you just see out here just with anybody doing that. That's a different, that might strike you a little different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think he might be. And then, you a woman, anybody can get caught up in a situation. He can been out there, Alicia Keys or somebody, just backing that dump truck up on him or something. And like, what he gonna do?
And I think Keke would have been very excited for him.
Yeah, I've probably been excited for myself.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Because he's in a situation where he, once again, doesn't even really belong in some people's eyes.
Yeah, that's
because he's just a normal guy. I mean, that's all he is. To me, it just kind of reeks of like that guy.
You
back
ain't
in school.
respecting my normal ability.
Well, it's just like it reeks of being that guy back in school who like got overly jealous because his girl hugged another dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, what you doing? Why are you hugging him? Why are you putting hands on him like that?
Rick a little desperate,
but I mean,
he might be holding on.
I mean, I guess, but
he could just, he's scared.
I just,
like one false move, I could lose.
Did you say there was a photo?
Yeah, there's two photos. There might be allegedly a video as well, but there are two photos of him grabbing her up on the couch in the living room and then pulling her off and all that, all type of stuff. It's hard to say that he didn't do that.
saying it was not. Hey, if there was a still shot of what was happening, that was it.
He'd be like, "This is how we do our foreplay."
Right.
You know, I mean,
I don't know why they trying to put it out there.
No, he could. He could. Now, see, his only hope is he can go with the Trevor Bauer defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And say that, hey, we just get down like that, and she was okay with it. And now she wants to act like she's not cool with it.
Yeah, man, then, it fits the time.
Yeah.
Weird. My bad.
That's messed up. You over here hurting the dog?
AJ.
No, it's okay.
AJ's a veteran.
Yeah,
Happy
exactly.
Veterans Day.
Old and
Happy Veterans
I saw a
Day,
video.
AJ.
I saw pictures of him the other day, diving back, seeing when he was all black. Yeah. Those are good times. But either way, like, I don't know. This situation still, though, I don't know. It just reeks of a lot of insecurity. But I feel like it's... Yeah. But I mean, I feel him to an extent to get upset, but you can't go striker. I mean, if there's pictures and stuff like that, that's just a shame. To me, that just makes this whole thing sad. That means he crumbled from this Usher situation.
Also, it's implied that there were multiple instances of physical abuse, not just this particular instance.
So I mean, usually there's more. You know, usually there's more.
At this point, she might get to have
He
permission.
threw a glass across the kitchen table. I mean, you know, maybe threw the knife into the table or made an aggressive move somewhere, like came at her or something like that.
I want to say just one crazy statement I want to make. Yeah, you got to admire women's ability to hold it down a couple times. like, even though I still think it's crazy that they end up being with these dudes that do this type of stuff, they really do give them a chance.
People act like they don't.
Right,
some guys get a shot.
Right.
And then guess what? He did the same stereotypical crap that so many others have done.
Right.
Like I say, it probably reeked some type of insecurity or something. Right. Because like I said, either you, because I don't remember Stedman ever getting out of line with Oprah was. But they still together. You don't know nothing.
Know of because he know his place.
You don't know nothing. So whatever that was, Stedman was good with it.
Beat.
Hey.
It's him.
Hey, call me. I'm here.
Right.
Whatever. You know, it is what it is. It's like I can't make more with it. Well, I'm gonna go make more money though.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do?
There's not just enjoy.
What can I do?
You just enjoy it.
I took on a paper route.
Look, man, I'm over here like personally thinking about having to reconsider some things.
Yeah,
I mean, my thing is two options: find what I want, like find exactly what I want, or go for Sugar Mama, like one of the two.
Hey,
and Sugar Mama might actually be the easier option at this point. I don't know.
Right
now, Mom might be a little disappointed, and I know y'all might not look at me the same at the at family dinner or barbecue, but still, it's just
there's a lot of Sugar Hills out there.
But if she's buying all the stuff for it, I mean, wouldn't we all be happy?
Right.
Hey, I ain't mad at
Just
Sugar
saying,
Hills.
like,
she's supplying us with the equipment for the podcast.
Exactly.
As long as you happy, I'm happy.
And in that situation,
that's all I
might find a way.
Right.
You happy? Now, if you ain't happy, then you might have to make a decision.
Hey, we always have our own, targets out there.
Another thing that I wanted to speak on in this situation, like as men, how do we handle that type of situation without resulting to violence?
What
Keke's?
Yeah, okay.
I'm
not really sure. I mean, you
ain't got how do you express your frustration in a serious manner without being violent or too aggressive?
You walk away. It's just that simple. I mean, when you ever feel like you're gonna get to the point of violence, you just remove yourself from that situation and get yourself to a normal state of mind so you can go back and communicate, because that's going to be the only way to to get through the process smoothly. You just have to go away. You have to have the self-awareness to stop. Like, you have to know when you're going red and stop it from going completely red to black. You know what I'm saying? So apparently, that's I blacked out, man, whatever. You saw when you drove her head into the the wall 3 times. I mean, you knew you saw those moments, but it's just don't do that.
And it's kind of like you could overreact. And it's like, if you overreacting and stuff, you probably gonna get angry about a lot of stuff. So if you just jumping in and something minor happened and all of a sudden you had like a bomb went off, You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, dang, it would nothing really happen here that bad other than, okay, my bag or something, watch yourself, something, but you didn't really do anything that drastic for the response.
I was gonna say,
you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say I was curious about if like anything else had happened leading up to this, but it was again, it was reported that this has happened numerous times, so it ain't the first. It's just like not everything's gonna get out. You know, sometimes people do try to have your back and not put you out there like that.
Again.
Yeah, and then it gets to a point like, okay, I'm kind of getting scared to come home.
Right.
Yeah,
it can't get to that point.
No, it can't. Right. It can't.
Yeah, it's like now like you say, you gonna bust my head wide open if
all right, y'all
drop something on the floor.
Like the last,
you drop something again. Okay.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah, like okay, like
always shaking.
I'm a little nervous now. You know, you don't put me on high alert for dropping stuff.
It's the most uncomfortable thing to be around. You know,
now I'm dropping every damn thing, man.
Yeah, the thought of like when you get off, work, and immediately you're just like, I do not want to go home. Yeah. That is not a good place. Yeah, like oh God. I don't want to go where I live. So where do I go now? I don't know. I just start going.
I can't not go where I live.
I go to a home.
Go there at some point.
I'm going to a homeless shelter when I get out of work and get me some peace and quiet.
That's the situation to be in.
I have to go back.
Right.
And then leave there and go home.
Or then, change identity or whatever. Completely go away. I don't know. But yeah, that was interesting. We also have another topic today, which we're going to dive into MTR, mediocre tutorial and reviews. He had a video that was talking about a young boy who turned out to be the princess boy. So it's an interesting video, and I guess we could show you some of the clips now.
Favorite Halloween?
It's Halloween. I love Christmas.
Frozen is his favorite movie, so he chose Elsa. I was hesitant to let him wear a dress at first. Oh, God.
You like candy?
You know what's so crazy also watching as well is that if you take a look at his mannerisms, right, he's holding the dress up in the air. He's doing like this weird walk prance thing. He's doing things that young girls might actually do.
Now that we've seen what we've seen, I mean, obviously we chopped it up a little bit, but to me, he's talking about there's an attack on masculinity out there, and it's an attack on men, and not necessarily machismo, but you're not allowed to just be super confident. It feels like in some aspects. I know what he's talking about. Now, it doesn't have to go to the point of where we were listening to like the Andrew Tate videos and the Justin Waller videos where it starts getting a little bit more off the deep end as far as like being overly masculine and controlling to the point it's dangerous. This is just like, this is a kid that you're not allowing to really, figure things out. Feels like it's like, where's the father?
You're putting your own ideals onto this living being that doesn't understand or grasp any of these concepts right now at the age they're at.
Yeah, because I don't know how old that kid was, but he couldn't be no older than 6, 7.
I wouldn't even say that.
I was thinking 5, maybe, but
yeah, maybe 3 or 4, maybe.
But
maybe.
Oh dang! I just caused the own counter to my own
argument.
Yeah.
What was it?
All right. Well, people do that all the time, though. They kind of like force kids into adapting to whatever they place onto them at an early age, right? So it's like the same thing like with teaching a kid how to play sports at like 6 or, shooting guns or anything like that or going, just doing any activity or
that they're used to
any
doing.
belief. Yeah. Right.
So you already know they're under the mind control of the parent.
Right.
The parent is the instructor.
Right.
So you can instruct them in any way you want to.
And
that's I'm saying.
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
That you controlling that outcome.
Yeah. You're
heavy influence.
Yeah, you're shaping it, but you're still allowing them to fill in the mold. You can't just fill in the mold for them.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
You can only give them, like he said, guidance, but they still have to determine for themselves what links they'll go to and what they will and won't accept.
How great you want to be or what you want to put into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where you come in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's been told, but you can be finisher of that product.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you think there's an attack on masculinity?
Yes. And it's just like I said, I kind of think it's attack. You can formulate a plan that can happen years and years prior to what you actually see the outcome of it. And it's kind of like once you see something, you know something's in play because it's actually being seen with your eyes.
Yeah.
So, and you know the outcome of that could be detrimental if it multiply and multiply and multiply, because at some point you get to a multiple that you are shrinking numbers.
Okay, you got to start being direct.
Huh?
I said you got to start being
what you
direct.
mean?
Kind of talking vague, but you're not speaking exactly.
I'm saying, yeah, well, I'm saying multiply that type of behavior and that type of people.
Okay.
You know, and you moving toward that direction of taking a child and putting them in, thinking they are not, you know, instead of a boy, they're a girl.
Okay.
And you taking this little boy, dressing him up like a girl and pretty much mind manipulating them.
Yeah.
So at some point, if you do that to a lot of children, eventually we don't have nobody to produce the world because everybody be head in different directions, believing that this what they are.
Yeah, but
so
that,
if I
that
believe
means an
that
overwhelming number of them would have to take over.
I'm saying
like, it would have to be an
what I'm
overwhelmingly
saying,
large. Now it's going to be a long time.
That's what I'm saying. You said
that,
and I clearly said you're setting something in process when you see it. Now the cycle of time when it get there could be years from now, but
you know, babies can still be made, even though people
I know,
choose
but it
lifestyle.
won't. But what I'm saying, it won't be made the way it's supposed. We'll be heading to something else.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
It would just be different, but it wouldn't really be any different.
It's kind of like
it would be the same.
It would be just like our food then.
Not really.
We'll be just artificially making
people
babies.
Been doing sperm donations.
I mean,
already. Like, that's no different.
Yeah,
that's already.
But okay, yeah, you can do that.
I'm just saying that's what the future.
But then again, you got a lot of these people that probably don't even want kids.
No, that's the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you at a point.
Now that's another generational issue.
That's what I'm saying. You got a lot. It's creating a problem.
Yeah, but
a line. It eventually would be a major problem.
But that issue.
Now I couldn't put a year in time on it, but when you start a cycle like that, eventually it's gonna grow.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that
my point of view.
Yeah, that just doesn't. Those two arguments are completely different, though. Like those don't necessarily tie into one another. Like as far as like changing masculinity and the motivation of why these generations like mine and Jay's don't want to have kids. That's a different argument. At least I think so. Because
I'm saying that's the part of
that
changing your masculinity will lead to things like that.
No, mine and Jay's generation got plenty of masculine people in it and plenty of feminine people.
I'm just saying.
I know you're not hearing the point.
If you got 10 people in the room and you have 2 that
they're
don't
not
agree,
the same argument,
then you're losing 2. It's kind of like saying eventually you're going to have these numbers flip-flopping in society at some point.
All right, so this will never happen. I'm going to definitively say it. That's not going to happen like that.
No,
that's
it's
not going to play out
like that. It just don't work out like that. Like most people just don't, they turn all like that. Like, no, I mean, majority of people are
saying the more you see of anything,
heterosexual.
the more you
heterosexual. There's still 100 million heterosexuals out here. So is that not going to grow too?
Right. It's still going to grow.
The
problem is like
we're in a time and place now that being a strong male is not actually looked upon as somebody that.
But that doesn't mean not have kids.
I'm not saying you are, but it's not being a strong man is almost looked down upon now.
No, there's parts
You know
of
what
that
I mean?
agree
A
with,
strong male man. You know what I'm saying? You got all these other categories out here and people and that's trying to come up to be that.
Mhm.
But at some point, being that man is not looked upon as what it used to be. It's kind of a different look. It's kind of like maybe you're abusing your situation by being there. So since you abusing your spot, now we gonna do our own thing and not give you the respect that you deserve anymore. So we're gonna do our thing and make you feel some type of way, since you done made everybody else feel some type of way. And that's kind of the way it's coming off to me.
Now, as far as the masculinity argument, yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying as far as that. Once again, I'm just saying it has nothing to do with the fact that mine and Jay's generation doesn't want to have babies at the same rate as that. It just has masculinity, and that don't.
There's a lot more pressing issues at play.
Yeah, that's just it's selfish mentality amongst our different generations.
Selfishness,
we
childishness,
just want to be
not really having responsibility or accountability for situations.
and then having a whole bunch of other generations complain about their kids
Right.
and what it's done to their lives, and
on top of all the worldly problems we will be facing or are facing.
yeah,
You know,
and so that's getting talked about. Well, I don't want to have kids that's going to grow up in a world that's going to blow up in 50 years. So it's like,
right?
no, I don't think there's that many that's on that wagon, but there's some.
Right.
But I mean, as far as masculinity goes, I mean, I do think there's a small attack on it. I ain't gonna say it's the strongest thing, but it's definitely out there. I mean, you can see it in the movies, you can see it in the products, you can see it's what's pushed. But it's a combination between like the, I guess, overindulgence of the Me Too movement, super feminism, and they say woke culture, but I don't want to call it that. It's those that's been taken too far. That's basically all that is. Yeah, I think that's all that is.
And my personal opinion, I don't know. I think it's just about finding your balance. So far for me, being a kind of soft, effeminate man has kind of worked for me at times.
So
you know?
he's
Right.
calling his own call.
Well, I mean, no, you have to have self-awareness.
Right.
This is one of those things people want to have is
Right.
a partner with self-awareness.
But then I also recognize that sometimes I do need to be more assertive.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Especially like whenever it comes to decision making and stuff like that. I think women do appreciate whenever somebody can just make a decision for them sometimes.
Like majority of the ones I've been around really do. And there's been some that have struggled to talk to because they did want to make, I don't know, it kind of hard-headed, but still, yeah.
I will say this just right here. Be honest with yourself. See? Know yourself, just like you say.
Yeah, but a lot of people...
I want to pretend to be something, but you know who you are.
I know, but...
You know who you are.
A lot of people really still
and they can't do it.
No.
They can't do it.
A lot of people really struggle with having that self-awareness. But like, you had to have true self-awareness. You really had to know yourself to the next level. Like, you had to know how you really respond to things.
It's like you know yourself, but you just don't want to be honest with yourself.
There's a lot of people who
don't
want to
admit
that
this is
blocker
you.
in line. They say, no, but I'm not like that. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You are like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to convince yourself of certain things.
Especially once you've been preconditioned to believe that the things that you are bad.
Yeah.
Or something.
Or something like that to be soft or
Right.
to not be as assertive. It's just there's certain moments. And most women, like that's the thing is they talk about feminism, women want to take over and women want to be girl bosses and whatnot. There's plenty of them that want to, yes. But they really just want to be with a man that's somehow on a higher level than them. And the thing is that they're having problems with is like some of them are really successful. It's hard to find everything you want in that more successful guy. So it's just like they're going to probably be masculine, have those traits, but they're also might have some thoughts and processes.
Now they're saying some
some standards
like,
that you might not agree with because you are normally in charge. It's hard. I heard there's another crazy argument I saw was about alphas are going to be with alphas, and I was like, I don't know. I always felt like it was the exact opposite of that, but because they said they both know how to adapt. And I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Come down to a business agreement right there. Not love and
yeah, exactly.
all that's a business proposal.
Right.
That's all that is. It's just like when these celebrities get together. That was a business decision. Something didn't look right about that.
So like, okay.
We just need to be together for a minute.
Yeah. But like back to the video. So they wondered, like, there obviously was apparently like no father figure in the picture for the kid.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Obviously, like, there's not always a lot of fathers present in the homes now. So that can also lead to situations like you were talking about earlier. So it's like, what is it fully the problem of? Like, what is the root of it? And I feel like the root of it is a lot of different things. And like, once again, it's a lot of people want to be accepting, want to be open-minded. Sometimes that, you know, people go down these routes, I don't think, sort of like with transgender people who get like misdiagnosed and they find out years later, like, this was a terrible idea. It all came usually from a place of good faith. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to believe it was the right process. And then
at the time, they felt like that was a good
right,
decision.
They might not turn out to be. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just doesn't work out.
It ain't.
Yeah, and I just feel like it's hard to like really find what the actual cause of it is. But I mean, I just feel like complaining about it just doesn't fix the issue.
It comes down to, like I said,
even just I'm glad you said that, Michael. It made me realize something. Oh, damn.
What?
Even just addressing it or calling it out isn't going to fix the issue either.
No,
man.
No, not really. It's just you got to go out there technically and go do it. Now it's a fun, interesting conversation to talk about and, you know, kind of debate, because I don't feel like a lot of people actually sit down and have that conversation enough. I've seen plenty of it on YouTube, but like in real life, I don't think a lot of people actually do that. And some of those conversations on YouTube are orchestrated and configured all sorts of different ways, because people go in with all these crazy narratives of trying to grow their own channels and personal businesses and sell you courses and all sorts of endless things. But
all in the pursuit of money. It's a little awkward to have like that level of dialogue and openness and honesty with somebody just in the real world, because you know you got your own thing going on, they got their thing going on, and all that. So you know,
I mean, I guess that's why like people like those street interviews and you know, IRL streams, stuff like that, because you do get real reactions from people in real life in real time. So I mean, the only problem is way too many of them become way too awkward and stuff like that.
Right.
And then cross the line, the prank channels.
Right.
Yeah. Like, actually, we can segue to that. Like, first of all, the prank channels, people getting shot out there, they are finally getting their justice that they deserve. Like, I'm sorry, but some of these people are the most obnoxious individuals you can possibly find. Yes. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm so glad none of them have rolled up on me. Like, I'm glad. I'm really glad, because I don't have the capacity.
I don't have the patience.
No, and I'm like the most patient person people will find, especially in public, like at work, and I will work with anything. If somebody comes up there and try and prank me, I'm not gonna have it. I'm not. I can't stand it.
Like, be like that one Asian man where he was like, "Yo, I paid for these groceries.
I paid for them groceries.
I paid for these groceries.
Hey, where you going?
Pull it out and blast."
Oh, dude. No, it was a white dude that did that.
There's an Asian guy, I think.
There was an Asian guy that shot the guy. Yeah, he did that too. Yeah.
Did he pay for it?
Yeah, so he paid for the groceries. No, okay. And the dude took his shopping cart and started taking off with it, you know.
Oh, somebody tried to.
That wasn't the one he got shot at, was it? He got shot by another guy in that parking lot. That's what it was.
I thought that
it was from that incident. It was from that. It was the same guy from that video, but he got shot by somebody else. It was some white dude who ended up shooting him.
Right.
And he ended up getting let go because they were like,
of course,
you were antagonizing people.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you were the problem. You deserve this gunshot. You're lucky you're not dead. He almost died. That was one of them. And there's been another one that Johnny Somalia or whatever dude from, who was over. Oh my God, making the cringiest. It is the worst content you will ever imagine. It's terrible.
I don't know why children find it humorous, but of course,
it's children.
As a matter of fact,
that's the thing is, and it's so pathetic. Like, these dudes' fan bases are kids. I don't even know how. Should I just make all our videos open to kids? You know, is that what we should do?
Kids is a bunch of kids out there. So,
you know, what? I mean, they don't all have to be kids, but they be like teens.
It's the tweens. It's the kids that are transitioning from kid to teenager. Yeah, so they're getting a little bit more edgy. They're just starting to learn how to say swear words and stuff like that.
This is how you do it. You go out there and you give people a hard time.
They transition between, frick you, man, frick you.
And I'm thinking
that's why Eddie Murphy took less money.
Okay,
more money to do that. Right. I'm gonna stop cussing and go do the kitty thing.
Could some of it be that they look brave to children?
Yeah,
because they look so bold.
It's cool being able to say and do whatever you want,
or thinking you can. You know what I'm saying, and having no repercussions.
Most people look up to people like that.
Right? Yeah, they do.
That's why Donald Trump popped off.
Yeah.
Everybody acting a damn fool is a hero.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just gonna start recording myself going talking foul to
Somebody
people in
who's
public. Just-
unabashed. That's why
Look
Andrew
at
Tate.
him.
yeah, Andrew Tate's the guy.
Right.
Yeah, hey, ain't nobody better.
Kanye, my hero.
Yeah.
Just unabashedly.
If you
Except, I thought he was going to rap for the Democratic side. I thought he was going to be like
No,
the
Kanye took his own side.
Democratic equivalent.
Yeah,
of that.
I'm running for myself.
And you know what? That made sense for him.
Right.
It did. And he still garnished like 75,000 votes.
Yeah, somebody went out there. I think Ye could do it.
That's an incredible achievement.
If we had somebody.
Like, honestly,
Yeah, I'm
he
feeling
convinced 75,000
I'm pumped
Americans or whatever to vote.
that I did,
Easy.
Right.
Yay.
Yeah.
Who is the equivalent of all that, but just on the Democratic Party or on the more liberal side of things?
Like what?
Like, who is somebody who will just say unabashedly,
Oh, none of them.
What's the name? What was that?
John Stewart.
How the
That's about it.
the one with the long crazy hair. He was gonna get free everything.
Oh, Bernie Sanders?
Bernie Sanders. That's about the
Oh,
closest
shit,
thing.
Bernie
Yeah,
talked a lot.
yeah,
You know what?
yeah.
You're right. Yeah, Bernie was about the only one who was going to really
He might
vote to
say
assassinate. He was a little man, and they weren't going to let the little man
Bernie
win.
Sanders.
He wasn't going to beat a Clinton.
No.
I keep on thinking the one instance that I can remember is whenever Kanye said George Bush doesn't give a F about blacks on
Yeah.
like live news. And
He
I was
just said
like,
George Bush doesn't like black people. And the most
Right.
awkward, like, dude, just
Destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Out of nowhere. And
That
see,
was the most
and
just
that's
equivalent
was his
version of that.
thing
Yeah,
to do.
yeah, just
He
do it.
like, I
Right.
think he just wanted to do something awkward.
yeah, oh yeah, he wants to make you
Yeah,
feel awkward.
and like, okay.
Right.
Nobody know what to say about this. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
But it's a true
Yeah,
thing.
and he
It's a
said
real
it, though.
observation.
I mean, but it's like
Right.
right here now.
Right, yeah. That was his
Yeah,
thing. though.
now.
He's like,
Being,
oh, well.
being a polarizing figure was
yeah.
Yeah.
the shiz, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like how you did Taylor Swift, just
Right.
came out. Yeah.
Took that mic.
Yeah, it like,
See, if he took that mic today, they might have arrested him or shot him on stage.
he in trouble.
They might have killed Kanye. He even though his
She a billionaire
No, I
now.
don't know. One of his bodyguards would have had to take those bullets.
Nah,
He
she a
would have had. He would have had
billionaire.
enough, huh?
She's a billionaire now, so it's some
He
repercussions.
was.
Right.
I'm saying, yeah.
He was.
And she is.
I know. She overtook it.
Yeah.
Which is okay.
So he
well,
might
never
have
mind.
to.
Never mind. I was going to make a ridiculous statement, but it's not true.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say they said she was the first first artist to claim billionaire status. She was. Kanye got it between multiple like platforms, so
Yeah.
that's what they meant by that. So yeah, I didn't want to. I almost said something crazy. So
I want to sidetrack.
Or something like that.
I want to
not a
side.
billionaire.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah, I
side.
thought so too.
Right.
Yeah, and I was like,
What?
yeah,
Who?
no, Taylor was the first billionaire
Okay.
right here from Tennessee, Beach
Okay.
High School.
Yeah, she right down the block.
Oh yeah, she was the same class as me. I
Hide it
think.
from
I mean,
down the
honestly.
block. Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's the same class as me. So
Yeah.
That's wild.
yeah, interesting stuff. They said she was very
make
mid
licks.
in high school.
She
as they
was
would say
what?
these days.
Right. Yeah.
She was what?
As they would say these days, mid, which average.
Yeah.
She's the average girl. I mean,
Yeah, she's
she's
still
above average
at-
now.
She at money wise.
Billy,
She's still,
Billy above
Look,
average.
she's pretty.
I mean,
She ain't bad.
Like, ain't nobody.
I mean, she ain't
She
Sierra.
Taylor Swift.
I don't care what people say about Sierra. Ain't nobody Sierra.
She Taylor Swift.
That's why Russ is out there winning, regardless of
Yeah,
what they say.
he winning.
Yeah.
You
Which,
can
okay,
be
talking
mad.
about, masculine men. So people have been trying to emasculate Russ for the longest by saying he's just this stepdaddy, cookmaster, simp dude. I just, it makes me so mad, all these analogies
Right,
and
and
words
then
they be
so-
using. And it's
Yeah.
like, this dude is perfectly happy, pumping
Yeah.
more babies into her than most people will ever see in their entire lifetime. And he's making millions on millions of dollars, highly successful. I don't
I
get
can answer this real quick.
hate.
Some people want to push you to do something to make you do something stupid.
But they want you to
They want Russ to do something
They
stupid.
want him
That's
to
why they're
step out of
saying
character.
that. Yeah, they want you to take the bait, bite on it, and like you done slap Sierra and they at the police station like Ike and Tina.
Yeah,
Look at Russ done lost it. He couldn't handle it no more. Everybody talking bad, saying that that's basically what people want to see him do.
They do.
That is just not his character.
No.
Regardless, and like I said, pretty much that relationship will be because Russ I don't know what time she gonna be able to file for divorce because she always pregnant. So you know what I'm saying. You know, I don't think you be trying to be. Hey, he ain't gonna let her have no time.
Russell is trying to catch Phillip Rivers.
She got one on the way out, the one go out.
He's trying to catch Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, he gonna keep her pregnant. Now she might be crazy as hell at the house, you know, at some point with all these kids.
Maybe at some point, I don't know. Well, they have plenty of money to have people. Well, I mean, I feel bad for the children at that point. When you get so many, the other people start raising the kids. That's what I'm saying. They always talk about the 8th, 9th, 10th kid. They start getting forgotten about. Like,
she was eating at the Waffle House for the birthday, so she probably putting these hands on the kids. He's like, hey, I'm gonna put my hands on my kids now.
Right. People who eat at Waffle House, they whip their kids.
Yeah, she might be beating. Hey.
Not saying, okay, maybe not. Maybe that's a very judgmental.
I'll say it. You got to be ready to fight in Waffle House.
Oh no, yeah, you absolutely got to
be a violent person at Waffle House.
You got to be combat ready at Waffle House. Talking about Speaking of Andrew Tate, you got to be combat ready.
It's not a safe place.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, sadly, it's been proven in a couple of occasions to not be. Do you not get a weird vibe every time you go in there? Well, I guess it depends on which one.
Especially depending on what area.
Yeah, it depends on the Waffle House.
Like the Waffle House in Nashville, man.
Nah, it's scary.
I
hate to say that, but it is. Yeah. It is. Like, I mean, I go enjoy the food. You're going to chill.
You're eating your food by the window, and then some homeless dude is just tweaked out of his mind, just staring at you.
Nah, I
don't feel safe.
Nah.
Yeah, facts.
That's real right there. You just like, he could just side. He just.
Well, he ain't getting through that glass.
Well, he can just come in. He can just come through the door.
You just sitting there looking at it crazy.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm just trying to enjoy my little sandwiches.
Right. Hopefully you can just get up out of there before he gets through.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know if I just get it to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even stop there. I just get it.
Keep going.
Once I had that experience, that's it. I know not to stop at that place no more.
Right.
And then unfortunately, that's most of the Waffle House is through here.
I mean, but you just go to Murfreesboro.
I mean, you could.
I mean,
what if you don't live in Murfreesboro?
I mean, but if you want a safe Waffle House, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, hey,
Smyrna.
You're gonna have to go to Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I don't even know about Smyrna. Do they even got any Waffle House?
I want to go to that one.
Yeah, I think I'm at Murfreesboro. I hit all Murfreesboro.
It just sounds terrible. It feels like we're judging all these places here at home, but yeah, I don't want to go there.
Yeah,
and I mean, hey, and Waffle House used to be good though. Like, I enjoy it sometimes now, but it's just not very good. That's one of those reasons why on that list of dates and places not to go,
Waffle House.
The quality of the food, poop. That's why I ruled out a couple of them places. It's just not good. But speaking of Nashville is now teaching their teachers to diffuse gun violence. So now they're learning
defensive techniques.
They're learning defensive techniques, and they're also learning disarming techniques.
Oh yeah,
that's right. Yeah. They're learning how to disarm and to take over,
disengage, disarm, defend.
I'm gonna find this word. Oh my god, terrible. I can't find it. But either way, they're teaching their teachers, to defend themselves against gun violence. Now they're now officially taking courses, and we'll show the video here.
Especially in the classroom. On their day off, some teachers spent the day learning how to take down an active shooter. Let that sink in. News Channel 5's Alexandra Cohen watched as they learned.
You guys can all do this. If you'll raise your arm up.
This is hands-on training for Metro teachers.
And drop that inside knee right to that pressure point.
They're showing them how to stop someone from bleeding out if they were shot.
Once the blood is stopped, I know I've applied enough pressure.
Defend Systems is the same group that did active shooter training at the Covenant School a year before their shooting.
So make your V for me again.
Police believe it saved lives.
I'm sad for our world right now, honestly. I don't know how we fix it. We say it all the time in training, like the only way this gets better, or as a team we say it, is when Jesus comes back. That's what we say to one another.
All right, don't push your head forward, bring this together.
Tracy Mendenhall is passionate about teaching educators how to fight back.
Bring that elbow a little further forward.
Tracy showed teachers Zuri and Mary how to do a chokehold. It can make an attacker pass out.
That's it. All it is, just some pressure in your head.
Zuri wants to be able to help her students.
Yes, it sucks that we have to learn this, but it's necessary. So
Mary says the active shooter training has made her think about her classroom's layout too.
Making sure that you find that hard corner inside of your classroom in order to keep your students safe.
An anonymous donor also paid for all of these teachers to do the course.
It's happened here multiple times. So we have to realize and prepare ourselves to have this knowledge before it happens and pray to God that it doesn't.
And then you literally just squeeze as tight as you can and lean back.
Reporting in Nashville, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
But yes, so yeah, I think this is a very sad place to be. Mm-hmm. If we're having to teach our teachers, which we all kind of saw this coming. I mean, we should have known it was on the way. But yeah, actually thinking about we need to teach these people on disarming techniques is disturbing. Hey, teaching teachers how to like keep somebody from bleeding out when probably most of them are like third grade teachers, second grade teachers, kindergarten teachers.
Probably having to prevent a child from bleeding out.
Yeah.
In most cases.
Imagining like that scenario is what they're thinking when they're practicing this.
And probably chose to be a teacher because they didn't want to be in these type of situations.
Right.
Yeah. Probably.
Just one thing.
We sending our teachers to the front line.
I couldn't do that, so I was gonna be a teacher now.
Somehow being a teacher is worse than joining the army.
Hey, now I gotta come in with my bag and ready to plunge holes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like they don't get hazard pay. They ain't raising the pay. They're still giving them the same, benefits. Which
they might have gave them a little bump for like if you take this course. They could have. They might gave a little.
They should.
They didn't.
They didn't.
I know.
They should.
They don't
I mean, and you got the lottery money out there.
What about it? It ain't
That's
going to them. It's going to college.
I mean,
it's going to Tennessee Lottery scholarship.
Yeah,
it got me through 2.5 years of college.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was one good thing about here.
Right. Yeah, but
but
did y'all ever have to do the shooter drill? The school shooter drill.
Yeah.
Y'all did.
Except it would just be called Code Red.
Dang, so they changed Code Red to school shooter.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It used to just
be. So what was Code Orange now?
Code Red was there is somebody who should not be in the building inside of the building.
What was Code Orange?
Somebody's dead, I guess. I don't know.
Code Orange was the one before it, so I'm trying to think. Yeah, Code Orange is like I
forget what.
Code Green is obviously it's
tornado,
you're good to go,
right? Or no, Code Green, Code Yellow.
Code Yellow is
tornado or fire or something like that.
Yeah.
And then
emergency.
I don't know. They just had Code Yellow and Code Red.
They might have.
Code Blue was whenever somebody was injured.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why I was like, I know we had a Code Orange.
Right. I don't know what that would be for.
I'm trying to think of what it was.
Some sort of like.
At our time, Code Red was fire.
Right.
Because we didn't really worry about people coming up into the school like that at the time, luckily. I mean, it was a great time. We went to school and didn't have to worry about getting shot. That was only on Degrassi, and stuff like that. Television.
Right.
They come over the
13 Reasons
intercom.
Why, but that was later.
They come over the intercom and say, Code White, Code White.
The Klan is here.
No.
We messed
all the black people just sitting there. White people just take off. They got home. It's like they say they never told us about Code White.
Right,
we just sitting there.
And that means there's a Code Black.
Right. No, they never told us that. They just Code White. They just left. They knew it was time to go.
I'd have to go for like a that'd be a school skit. That'd be more like a movie scene type of deal.
Right.
Yeah, something like that.
Tripping.
But yeah, we never really had I mean, I guess that is the equivalent of it, but there was never a school shooter drill.
Okay. Well, at least y'all didn't have.
You know what? How do you see? This is what I'm saying. Some things are just. I know you put stuff in place. There's no way you practice. It's like even with the idea of disarming these shooters.
Yeah.
I mean, you accidentally just got to be in the wrong place at the right time to even disarm a shooter. How it's like, okay, oh, they gone behind.
They were literally teaching
you know
chokeholds.
Yeah, stuff like that. So I mean,
you would expect them to pull like a Metal Gear Solid sneak up on this guy.
They armored up, guns, shit. Right. I mean, ain't nobody finna run at this shit.
They ain't finna run at him and be a hero.
Yeah, he got to be fell in their arms or something, you know?
Right.
I mean,
stuck up from behind the door.
We just done fell in their lap. Yeah.
Got him.
Got him. Done for it. Terminated.
None of these, like I said, none of these people signed up for that.
Hey, and
they ain't trying to be police.
You know the kids are gonna start rooting.
Nurses, doctors, none of that. They was trying to come in and teach class. So I don't know why you all of a sudden think they all of a sudden gonna be police academy.
Yeah. Especially whenever the majority
they just gonna jump in and just get it done.
The majority of the staff ain't even the old generation that could actually handle some shit and get some shit done. It's now all these cute ass white women that are just like,
or old.
Who finna hide?
Yeah, these young white girls or
or old.
Probably gonna use some of these kids as a shield.
It's usually them young, unfortunately, white women out there graping all the young boys, and then it's the old women.
She gonna save her little boyfriend. And
there's not really men teachers anymore. So.
Guinness.
Some coaches in the building.
Mildred.
Yeah.
Francine.
Well, those are the first names.
All them names right there would have did that.
You know what?
They would have
did. You're right.
They would have got it done.
Miss Francine was 65 years old. They would
have took that serious.
Right, yeah.
The shooter in there, I gotta say these kids.
Yeah.
Oh God, it would be these one now, like I said, I'm trying to save my little boyfriend.
That was the vision she had in her head. She did it. But then she did it and it got her head. Never mind.
She probably got messed up. Now, don't get me wrong, but they gonna lay it on the line. You know what I'm saying? They gonna they gonna take it serious.
Yeah, I mean, well, if the kid, I don't know. I'd like to believe the teacher would lay it on the line, but also
I'm talking about back in the day a little bit, a little bit more focused.
I mean,
a little bit more,
That don't mean people won't lay it on the line now. They still in there.
They gonna lay it on the line, getting the hell up out of it.
No, this comes from people who
I'm gonna do all I can do, get away.
I have a few teacher friends. They do care about teaching still. Like people do. That's why they're still there. Yeah. It's just they wish it was better. That's it. Like I mean,
so you can take that out of a person. You see what I'm saying? The way it's structured. Why they're leaving. Yeah, it's just the way you construct stuff sometimes.
Now we kill that love.
Well, you can't eventually, but you can't discipline students really anymore. Like they can get as crazy and outlandish in the classroom, put everybody at risk. Everybody
I'm just keep drawing my assignment.
They had to come back. They had to come back. You had to let them basically do nothing. I mean, it's wild. I mean, they can put people absolutely at risk, scare you to death. Like, because once you're in high school, I mean, if you the right size student, you can whoop people up in there. Like,
I'm pretty sure.
The teachers ain't gonna stand a chance. Some of them, like, unless them they're the football coaches or the wrestling coaches. Other than that, most of them they still in shape.
Yeah,
right.
You got the ones of them they'll take anybody down in school. Right. I've seen that happen a couple times, which was epic moments. But yeah, tough. Then there was also that moment with that girl at Belmont getting shot here in Nashville.
Yeah, that was
ricochet damage. Like,
right, very unfortunate.
Mom told me about a situation where this dude was trying to rob this DoorDash driver, and then decided not to. End up shooting himself. He didn't die, I don't think, but he ended up shooting himself because they realized they don't have money.
Yeah, it's like
it was an idiot crime to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like
have a meal or something. You got
it's like they think they have. There's no cash. There's no cash.
This is where we drop our advertisement for Cash App. Cash App.
Yeah, put it
this
on.
This podcast has been brought to you by But no,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's pulling the gun back. He Plaxico burst himself.
And see, that's why I say we get to a level now. It's like the ignorance of society.
Yeah.
It's like some of this stuff you just can't even do no more, but people are still trying to replicate a crime that just ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Never.
Yeah.
Robbing a restaurant. robbing a DoorDash driver, an Uber driver, a grocery store, a gas station,
walking in the Lowe's,
robbing. None of these places.
Walking out of
Lowe's. walking out.
A hotel.
They gonna have a picture of you right there.
Robbing a hotel. There's no money in there. Like, heck, the one I work at, there's no cash anywhere.
Yeah.
There's no ATM. Nothing. Like, you would have to go in there, steal the ATM, and go barbershop. That's what you would have to do. That's the only thing you can do in some of the other ones.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. Most of these crimes are just so dumb. Like, to rob somebody at gunpoint for what? Unless you know.
Here's my card.
The only people you can do that to are usually those people you around anyway.
Yeah.
If you're thinking of doing this. So, because usually they're the ones who usually have large sums of cash.
Right.
I got $5 of them with you.
But okay, so the disturbing part of the case, though, like back to it, was the fact that dude was just let back loose.
Right.
Back on the street. Not for that one where he shot himself with the DoorDash driver, but with the girl who got shot here in Nashville. He was already in there on a previous charge, but they didn't keep him in there because they said he was basically, mentally deficient.
Right.
Oh, he need mental help.
He was retarded.
Okay. He need help.
Yeah.
He just and see, they're not gonna do nothing about that.
So but apparently, there's been a lot of them released. Like
that's what I'm saying. They don't care about that.
There's been a lot of people released. They don't care. That. No, they just keep letting them
let you out there until you do something, and then you just pay the price.
But it's like, well, and other people
even knowing they knew you was incapable.
But the
it's we still gonna hold you to the same standard as everybody else, even knowing I knew you weren't capable.
But the craziest part, he was able to go back out there and get a gun so easily. Yeah. Because it's just that easy to get a gun out here. You can go to Walmart and go get you another one. Like, if you look at him, like in his photo, he looks normal. But I guess when you talk to him, he just nothing. It's just empty space. You know what I'm saying? It's like, scary movie.
Brainworms. He's got brainworms.
Golly, that sounds terrible. But he's got that same brain that Marlon Wayans had in Scary Movie 2. We had Homie in it. Yeah, that's what he's got. It's one of those. But that's the tough part about it. I don't know. It seems like that's happening a lot. Another person got shot.
Yeah.
Like last night, I think. Same way.
Yeah. There's actually multiple shootings that took place. Another shooting that took place was the shooting of Joshua Westmoreland.
What was that?
I don't know who it was, but saw that on the scoop.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, there's always somebody, unfortunately, getting shot. Yeah. If you look at the news at 5 o'clock in the morning, you're going to see a story.
It's just things happening every day.
It does. It's like everywhere. Every inner city is just a mess.
It's crazy. That's why I say I can't constantly put a whole lot of effort and time into that. Because there's nothing I could really do about it other than pray for folks. And at the end of the day, it's not going to be done about it. It's just like we just going to keep moving forward the same way, same ideal, same situation. And like I say, it's kind of like, and I was talking, was it my mom or somebody? No, it was my Aunt Merle, I think I was talking to. And it's just like I said, we was talking about, it's kind of like looking at now, it's election is coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the momentum and talk? It's like nobody even cares.
Everybody's under charges and people at war.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
No.
It really don't have no spark to this. No,
it will gain momentum next year.
Real quick, I just wanted to.
But when? The week before?
It's going to gain it.
Yeah,
in the summertime.
Because you could cut your time.
But also, once they come up with some representatives, it will.
I just wanted to clarify that shooting that I was talking about, Joshua Westmoreland, actually took place 4 days ago.
4 days.
Whoa.
4 days.
There's a guy named Reginald Irwin.
So still this week.
Right, yeah. And he was charged with the fatal shooting of Joshua Westmoreland, 40 on Brick Church Pike. Yeah. Cool. Outside of a 7-Eleven with multiple gunshot wounds. How unfortunate.
Oh, 7-Eleven.
And you sounded like me in my videos. About it's just cold. I'm just kidding. They're just like, well, that is sad. All right, let's moving on. That's it.
Right. It is, but I mean,
No, it is tragic. I mean, it sucks because like every time you look up somebody getting killed now for something basic,
right?
Like that shouldn't really happen. Like people, it's not about not being able to have guns. It's just why should certain people be allowed to have them so easily? Like there should be some type of process to get them. Like
Well,
not saying
it is.
impossible.
If you never had any flags raised on you, but you are one of these individuals, how would you be able to determine that?
Now that
they used to do background checks. And
no,
now,
what he's saying is like you're somebody who's never proven to be violent,
you won't.
incompetent.
It's nothing.
Now in those cases, ain't nothing you can do.
You don't have a
that turns
reason
down to like always the manifesto type of thing.
You don't have a reason not
You
to.
gotta start looking into their Twitter history and their recent posts because they always leave the evidence on their social media. I mean,
but the
usually
thing
like
is,
weeks before, I'm gonna kill everybody. I'm not happy about my life.
But how deep are you gonna go in this investigation?
I'm starting to see red
and background check.
Red rum.
And trying to, you know what I'm saying? So
Red rum.
you're not gonna go too far.
Actually, they do.
Just check your criminal. When you ain't got no felons, you know, ain't coming up high nowhere or whatever, and that's pretty much it.
Right.
And at that point now, you can be as crazy as you want to be if you ain't been on paper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you got your gun, you go out here when you finally prove yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
now
it's like any
you
of
just
us.
go to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got the
And then
opportunity.
try to argue that it was self-defense.
Yeah, you might.
Right.
You might be so crazy I did it on purpose.
Well, they usually take themselves out in the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, but
Yeah.
act like I did. Bleep.
No, I'm proud of you. Instead of that one moment you had, you have your Tourette moment. It's okay.
Right.
It's all right. We accept all people with diseases. I'm just kidding. I mean, that's it. I mean, if you have anything you're working on, I know you're working on that, so we're proud of you.
That BAAN, that BAN was tripping about my chicken wings.
Yeah. And I wasn't playing.
Right.
No.
That was it. That was the last time.
Right.
I think
I ate them wings though.
I don't think we have much else today.
Didn't we have one more thing?
I was thinking, but
happy birthday, Greg.
Oh yeah,
happy birthday, Greg. Also, shout out to some of our other subscribers, cousins. Hey, Jeremy. Ruby, Uncle Tommy.
What's up, fam? Appreciate you.
Everybody who's out there watching.
Thank you all for
my other friends. Sean and Emmanuel and Jake and others who constantly, and Cody, who always tuning in. Always appreciate it. The guys I send all the immediate text to. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Like, share, and subscribe to this damn channel because I am trying so hard to get to this 1,000 subscribers so I can finally sleep more than 2 hours a night.
Your family, your cousins, anybody you know. Tell them.
Just a little quick sweep.
It's gonna be too late. Get them
See if
on.
there's
They need to
anything
jump
going
on.
on right now.
There
is not anything going on crazy right now. Yeah. Okay.
It is.
Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day. Yep. Oh my gosh. Yes. Happy Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day, Dad.
Happy Veterans Day, Greg.
Everybody. Happy Veterans Day.
All right. Either way, we hollering at you. See you soon.
Peace.